Hi, my name is Brad. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about whether or not you can truly save energy by changing out your windows. A lot of manufacturers are advertising you can save as much as 40% simply by changing out your windows. My company, Dressler Consulting, has been doing energy and load calculations for over 17 years, and I'm here to tell you that it's simply not the truth. Consider this pie chart of a 1970s house.
This chart shows all of the components of lost heating in a home, and as you can see, the windows only amount to 8%.
So as you can see, only 8% of the heating and air conditioning loss in this house was due to the glass. So how can you save 40% if you're only losing 8% to start with? And this is an older home with very poor windows. The likelihood that's only 4% or less of your heat loss is more likely the case. We hear a lot about windows and U values. What is this U value? We often hear the term R value, which talks about ceiling and wall insulation. And it's usually a number somewhere around R19, R38. It's a number that represents the resistance to heat transfer from one side of an object to another. The term U value is one engineers use in the calculations of heat loss and gain. And it is simply 1 over R. If you look at this chart mathematically, it looks like this.
The R value is 1 divided by the U value, and the U value is 1 divided by the R value.
So R values and U values correspond to one another. Now, I'm going to show you two more charts that have converted the U values of windows to R values. In a U value, the lower the number, the better. In an R value, the higher. So take a look at these two charts.
This chart shows a 1970s vintage window, single pane, metal frame, with an R value of 0.86. And this chart shows a modern window, double pane, wood frame, with low E glass and a storm window at 3.8 R value.
So even the best windows that we have are still only a little over an R3.5 on a scale of 1 to 100. Glass in and of itself is just not a very good insulator. So what about this 40% savings? Well, part of that savings that they're claiming they can get you has to do with how the window was installed to start with. If you look at this window, you'll see trim around the outside of the window. When this window was installed, and all windows are done basically the same way, an opening is made in the wall, framed, and then we set the window in place and use wooden shims to square it up in the opening. Prior to '92, this is where we stopped, and we simply trimmed out the window, leaving a gap all the way around your window, and the same would be true with your doors. So when you get new windows, that situation gets corrected, but you can correct this yourself without the cost of the new windows. If you remove the trim and you have the gaps that you see in there, you can get products at your local hardware or home improvement store, spray foams or solid pieces of insulation that you can place in to seal that window and then put your trim back on with just a small amount of cosmetic repair. I want you to look at this chart again that I showed you earlier.
As we look at this chart again, we see that the infiltration, which is air leakage and air loss, is 32% of this house. That's where you can save the money.
So as you can see, the bigger part of where you're probably losing heat in your house is not the glass, but actually the air leakage. And these are things that you can correct yourself. Before doing any home improvement that you think is going to save energy, it's well worth investing in an energy analysis of your home, a computation of where the heat's going so you can see which components need to be addressed. But also this allows a professional to then tell you in dollars and cents how much a potential improvement will make before you invest in that improvement. For more information, please go to my website you see below or give us a call. Thanks. Have a good day.